Manchester United, a lot of players on a lot of money, but a lot of them maybe need to go. We've got 8. You want to be the executioner? Do you want to be brutal? Or
You've been waiting to do that all morning, haven't you?
That's very good. Is this going to be a cull, or what's this going to be? Are you going to stay or go with each of these?
Well, if I'm presuming, like, obviously, over a 10-day period, it was like, Ole's turning this around. And they go to Bournemouth, and then the realisation hits in, and some people wake up and find they've got a little bit of a brain left, and then realise it's still a big problem. Look, if you're a manager, clearly you can't change every player at once. It doesn't happen like that, as you know. Mm-hmm. However, looking at it as I'm not dealing with the squad, and if there is a big churn of players, who needs to stay and who needs to go, in an ideal world over a 12-month period, that's the way I would look at this. So, would I want any of these at the club long-term to get back to where they want to be and really where they should be with the financial clout they've got? Paul Pogba. Did you know that?
No, my shoulder brushed it. Was it right?
That's karma. You are right. Fantastic talent. Don't see enough of it. Injured at the moment. I get that. But I don't think he wants to be in Manchester. I think he wants to be somewhere else. His heart's, no matter what he says, and hasn't really performed consistently. I would not keep him for that reason. If I had a great team and I could fit him into that great team like Ferguson had, I'd probably keep him because we know he can produce. But at this moment in time, I only want people that really want to be there, and I don't think he does.
I've got a feeling I'm going to be pretty busy on this side then.
Yeah.
What have we got next? Jesse Lingard, who now, unfortunately for him, without a shot on target in the Premier League this year, has been overtaken by Ben Foster, the Watford goalkeeper, who has a shot on target.
Was that after his header at the weekend?
Yeah.
Kepa saved.
Yeah.
There's one or two people who have been very critical of his off-field activities as well, because when your off-field activities are in the public domain and very in your face, then you have to be performing on the field, and preferably at a team that are doing well. For all those reasons, he's not. I'm not saying he's a bad player. I'm not saying he's a bad lad. Anything like that. Get your shoulder in action again. I'm not keeping him. I'm not keeping him. No, I'm not keeping him. He's played. He's been so disappointing, and in fact, 50 million or whatever. I can't remember what it was. He's played a bit recently. Meh. That's every time I see him, I'm just like, what? I could get a youngster to do that job. He's been outshone by McTominay. Simple as that.
Is the problem here not, yeah, they need to go, but someone's got to be prepared to take them and spend the money. This is.
Well, I understand that, but
of course, this is just a cull. If they
cull.
want to get back to.
If I would keep them,
yes.
Actually, that's age depend. There is an argument that I would say I would have him around a dressing room.
Okay.
As long as I could get a tune out of him in 10 or 12 games, 15 games. For that reason, I would probably have him around. You can hit him because he's a what do you call it?
Well, there's many things you could call him.
He's a ticking time bomb.
Well, they let Smalling go to Roma. I mean, I did him for Argentina, and he was awful in the first half in Germany, but then was all right in the second half.
Can't trust him. Can't trust him at all. And he's a red card disciplinarian headache waiting to happen. Legs have gone. He was a desperation signing really at times, and I think that's one of the reasons Chelsea were happy to get him out. Been there too long. Phil Jones now, I know his mate is out on loan, as you said. Chris Smalling at Roma, I think he's doing okay. But Phil Jones has had his time there, and quite frankly, he's another one of the, you call it deadwood, but call it what you want. Ashley Young, at the end of the day, you love him or hate him, a bit of a Marmite character. He ain't a fullback. And he's a winger who's been converted, a bit like Valencia was before he left. And he's played a World Cup semi-final at left back or full back. So fair play to the guy. I'm not the biggest fan of him. I thought as a youngster he was a decent wide player. Somehow he's been converted, but ultimately I think, he's another one that I think needs to go. I could throw one Matt into that, but I'm just looking at somebody who I think, wouldn't mind having him around the place, can come on, and the youngsters will look up to him a little bit. Very rarely in the limelight, and has generally always done the job, and he's a squad player. At a push, I'd keep one Matt. The rest of them, no.
If Craig had his way, the times they would be a-changing. The problem is, if these guys are under contract, would they want to go?
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.